Mayor Adams was being accused of fraud, of bribery, of shady campaign finance schemes, and it was the kind of stuff that would shut down any other politician. But luckily for him, he was able to make an allegiance with Donald Trump. So yes, the Democratic mayor of New York City made a deal with Donald Trump, one of the most anti-immigration presidents in all of history. And of course, Mayor Eric Adams did maintain his innocence, but of course, even people in his own administration were resigning, leading for a lot of people to believe that he was actually doing this stuff and that people were getting tired of him in City Hall. And so not only that, but a lot of his close advisors and other people around him were actually being arrested or included in his corruption charges. So Mayor Eric Adams was a mess incomplete. But you know what? Mayor Eric Adams had these charges, but he was still able to govern. I mean, not only was Governor Hochul under some pressure to remove him from office, but also AOC even talked about him. And so what we're seeing here is that Democratic opposition is starting to grow against Mayor Eric Adams, but he stays as the mayor governing because unless he's removed from mayor, he's going to keep doing his job. He was not resigning. In fact, he was planning on fighting these charges. What we didn't realize as New Yorkers is how he was going to do that. But we did get a certain theory once we saw that Mayor Eric Adams traveled to Washington, D.C. to talk to the Trump administration during these ongoing charges. You see, what happened here is that Trump or his administration, they spoke with Mayor Eric Adams, and whatever they talked behind those closed doors, well, that is what people are theorizing. You see, it's not about what they talked about in that meeting, really. It's about what happened after that meeting. You see, they met in private, and then soon enough, the Department of Justice is now asking New York State prosecutors to drop the charges against Mayor Eric Adams. In addition to that, Mayor Eric Adams is now also considering allowing ICE into the city. And so we start to get these ideas of they must have had a conversation in the White House where maybe Mayor Eric Adams asked Trump for a pardon or asked for him to drop the charges, and Trump asked for him to work with him on his immigration agenda. Now, this is all speculation, of course, but that's exactly what ended up happening. The Department of Justice dropped charges against Mayor Eric Adams. The Department of Justice is led by Attorney General Mamdani.